All right, let's jump right in and go to the first secret to success, and that is marketing. Why is marketing important? Well, I would say marketing is as important to a business as oxygen is to us as humans. Nothing happens without marketing. Marketing is the oxygen to your business. Without it, it starves. Without it, it doesn't thrive. Let me ask you at home, and even you guys here, and you guys can comment on this, how many people do we know, or even ourselves, we get passionate about something? We want to create the new yoga mat. We want to create the new healthy cookie. We want to create a information business or a retail business or start a restaurant. And we obsess on the capabilities of creating the product and the service. We obsess on the logo. We obsess on what colors we're going to use. We obsess on what should our website look like. And should it be a fancy one, or should it just be a simple logo? And people obsess for months over a logo. What should my business cards look like? And then when I get it done, how should I get my social media? Should I be on Instagram or Facebook and Twitter? Or should I just be an independent website and drive people there? And all this time, effort, and energy will go into the building of the product. And almost zero energy and effort will go into marketing. And when I see that, I know that unless someone whacks them over the head and they realize that they're destined for some really tough times ahead. Marketing, let me just share that with you. Marketing is the lifeline. It is the oxygen for your business. So before we get started, I want to share a quick story. I have a good friend of mine, Ted. And Ted decided, he was in a couple different businesses, he decided that he loved these flashlights, these durable flashlights. I mean, they're the type that you see on TV. You could deep fry them, you could run them over with a car, you can smash them with a hammer. And Ted understands marketing. So he says, I'm going to get in the flashlight business. Now, everybody I talked to when Ted started is like, Ted really, does he manufacture them? I said, no. So he knows really anything? Is he a flashlight expert, specialist? I said, no, not really. He just likes them. And he's like, well, they're like, I don't understand. How could he be successful? I want to rewind for a moment. I am blessed that I have a $100,000 a year group. We do the meetings right over there. We got people come 3 times a year. They pay me $100,000 a year to get this same kind of information. So Ted, he wanted to pay me for a half a day of consulting, but he's a friend. I did a barter system, and he comes down and we talk about the marketing, the oxygen of how to market a flashlight. Something I've never done before. I'm not in the flashlight business. So we spend a whole day on a whiteboard and we lay out who needs this flashlight. Who do you want, and we're going to get to this in a minute, but who do you want to be a hero to? Who would these flashlights work for? Why would people want these flashlights? Not just need them, we'll talk about that too. Why would people want these flashlights? What would they do with them? And we just obsessed on who our ideal clients were. So we understood the marketing, we understood the message, and now we climbed inside their heads. You know, a lot of times with marketing, we create a product or a service, we're so passionate about it, and we think people need it, so we push it down their throats and say, hey, you need this, you need this, you need this. A lot of people need to eat better. A lot of people need to go to the gym. A lot of people need to work out. A lot of people need to be better to their boyfriends, girlfriends, their spouses, be better parents. They need to, but they don't do crap. People do what they want to do, not what they need to do, and you need to remember that, right? Then also, write this down at home, is the definition of marketing. I love this definition, is we want to attract those we want. We want to attract those we want while simultaneously we repel those we don't want. Good marketing pushes away the people that would never buy from us in the first place. And if they did, they would probably complain. So you want to attract those you want. So I sit down with Ted and we figure out who our perfect client is for these flashlights. We figure out how we can be a hero to them. How could this flashlight make them feel? So instead of just running ads, so we identify our target, and we're going to go deeper on this, guys, but we identify our target, who we want to be a hero to, who we want to sell to, and then how would they feel? So now we got the idea, and then we start thinking of the marketing of, instead of just saying all the and we'll go back to this later too, instead of just talking about all the options of the flashlight, we started thinking through what are the benefits of having this cool flashlight that's durable, that can go through anything, can go through a hurricane, can go through deep frying, run over by a car, smash it with a hammer. And we just start thinking of all the marketing. Now, here's where most people go wrong. Most people would spend the time how to manufacture. What would the flashlight look like? What would the logo look like? What would the packaging look like? All those pieces. Then I got to think of how would customer service and where should I ship it from? Ted, since he knows marketing and he knows I know it better than most, he spent this whole time with me figuring out how to create the message. Long story short, we went through, and we're going to break this down in much more detail, any questions you have. Long story short, Ted launches a flashlight company. And within 6 months, he was selling 5,000 flashlights a day on Facebook. And they were coming back and they were buying more flashlights and buying flashlights for friends and relatives. He's still one of the top flashlight salespeople on the planet. He's cracked Amazon. And everybody who knows that Ted and I are friends will say to me, God, I didn't know Ted was a flashlight expert. He's not. He's a marketing expert. He understands the fundamentals for a successful business. His competition are probably spending too much time deciding what color their flashlight should be. And that's a lot of the things that we do in business, is we focus on the wrong things. So again, in the 30,000 foot overview, I promise I'm gonna let some questions come in. I'm just on a rant here, is we need to start our company, start our life. If you're in a career and you want to advance, you want to start a business or make your business thrive, marketing isn't something you kind of do. Marketing isn't something you're going to do when everything else is done. Marketing has to be first. If not first, it has to be right alongside of you. Like if you think your product is in this car, right? If your product and your service or whatever it is you're going to create, your information product, the retail shop, whatever it is, if it's here, if it's a vehicle and it's moving forward, marketing has to be in the car right next to you. As you move, you got to look over and it's got to be right there. You can't say, I'm going to get to the marketing later. In fact, I've evolved so much that I put my marketing first. I find out what people want in this service. I find out what people do need, but really what they want. And I create the product from the marketing and work backwards. Some of my best books, I would test it with Tom, you've been with me for years buying my stuff. Sometimes I'll send out an email and say, this is the book I think I'm creating. This is the book I'm going to do, and I'll get monster feedback. And then the audience, I shouldn't say the audience, but my list, my clients will tell me what they want from the marketing. And I'll go, no, it's not a book on fix and flip. Everybody right now wants to know how to wholesale. I got to write a wholesale book. Or not. Everybody doesn't want to know the how to get in better shape. They want to know how to make more money or whatever it is. They tell me. So marketing has to be something that's always alongside of you. And it has to be a culture in your company of 1, your company of 2, your company of 100. Marketing the whole company needs to go marketing's first. Your IT team, you're somebody in IT, someone building your website, they don't tell you how to market. They don't know how to market. That's not their job. The one thing I know about marketing, it's like if a doctor was doing a surgery, an exploratory surgery or some kind of surgery, and they were doing it. If you walked up and you were watching them going to cut, you wouldn't walk up to a surgeon if you're not one and say, oh, whoa, wait, I don't think you should cut there. It looks like it'd be a lot easier to cut under there, right? But think about marketing. Everybody here, think about marketing. You go to do something and your girlfriend, boyfriend, friend, cousin, parents will go, no, I don't like that color. That logo looks a little different. Or I think you should write an email like this. Or no, your company should have this sign. Everybody thinks they understand marketing, and most people don't. The person who understands it the most is you, and you guys here, because you know the product, you know the service, you have the passion behind it, and your passion has to come out that way. So if you're starting off a company, if it's just you, if you're scared because you're jumping into something new, come out of the gate realizing that marketing is the oxygen of your growth, and create a culture where everybody knows nothing is more important than marketing. Gain the wisdom, the capabilities. You know, I know so many people, they'll be in a business and they'll do two events a year. They could be in the, home theater business, and 2 events a year they'll go to the home theater. They'll go to a home theater event to learn the latest and greatest TVs and technical and what's coming out what's coming out next. You need to know all that, but what they really need to be going to is 2 yearly marketing events to learn out how to go faster, quicker, and penetrate the market. Get your message in front of more people that you want to be a hero to. So on a 30,000 foot level, remember, marketing is the oxygen. It is the foundation of a successful business. And when you understand it, no one will be able to compete with you.